Hey guys, how we doing? Dennis live in the house. Welcome to Tuesday Night Lives, brought to you by Canoehound Adventures. Hope things are going good. What do we got here in the house? Let's have a look and see. I see Tyler Wood in the house. We got the Great Beard. We got Hunt Shack Wilderness Experience. Beastly Ironworks. Hopefully you're off work now, David. Got something to show you in a little while. You're gonna appreciate that. Let's see, fishing with Grizzly Whiskers, the clean bearded fella. It's a friend of mine here, Grizz. He just shaved off his beard. If you guys haven't seen that, go on his channel and check him out. Cutting off the long beard. You clean up pretty well, buddy. Clean up pretty well. Got Fear the Tooth in the house, and we got Herbert T Outdoors. So hopefully everybody's having a good night. I don't know if you read my little chat, but hopefully you guys will grab yourselves a nice cold beverage. Got a couple of fun things going on tonight, and it's just going to be the regular banter. I have a special guest here, somebody that's been sitting in the greenhouse or in the green room, all nervous. Mm-hmm. First time going to be on YouTube tonight. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce my special guest. And this guy is somebody who's been an inspiration, obviously, to me for many, many years, ever since I could remember, because my special guest is actually my father, my dad. So let's do this here and switch on over. So, guys, this is my father. This is Jack Rogers. He is the man behind the legend.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah, sure. This is my dad. Everybody knows it was Father's Day a couple of days ago, and we had obviously a very good Father's Day with a bunch of family over, and we had a nice barbecue. Had my wife's father was down, Ron, and my dad. And it's always a good time when my dad's around. But one special thing about what's going on, and one of the reasons why I wanted to have my dad on the stream tonight, is because celebrating his 73rd birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, one day older, right?
Yeah,
for sure. So everybody wish my dad a happy birthday. This is got a few questions I want to ask him tonight there, and you guys get to know a little bit about me and maybe about the way I am, why I am the way I am, right?
Yeah, you're the perfect one.
Yeah, I'm the perfect one, all right. Sure. So, I just want to welcome a few people in the house here, Dad. We call this the house.
Yeah.
Okay, so when people come into live stream, you're welcome to the house. We got Common Man's Fly Fishing. He's showing here on the stream. He's got himself a beverage. Good stuff. 618 Bushcraft. He's another buddy that I met here on YouTube. We belong to this thing called Community Outdoors. Mm-hmm. And what we do is we all put together a video as part of a group. And we put it out as this Community Outdoors. And what it does is people come on and watch and to learn one of our skills or something along that line. Right?
Yeah.
So it's always something really cool. It's fun stuff. I mentioned fishing with Grizzly Whiskers. There we go. Grizz is wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we got the Great Beard. It says, "Hey Jack, do you have any embarrassing childhood stories to share of your son as a kid? We'd like to hear it." Well, go ahead. I got broad shoulders, guys. I could take it. One more person we got to welcome here. We got Common Man's Fly Fishing, and we got Loma Acres Homestead in the house. Thanks for coming in, guys. Much appreciated. We're already up to 19. Don't forget to hit that smash that thumbs up button for my dad's birthday. So he wanted to know, do you have any embarrassing stories about when I was a kid?
Not really.
I was the perfect child.
Yeah.
The perfect child, sure. Well, come on. You got to add some sort of entertainment value to this evening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all new to me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know what? It's all these people in here a lot of them are people that I follow, and we all support each other's channels a lot.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about that is we've gotten to be good buddies online. Like I say, we support each other's channels. A lot of us are all around the same growth rate as far as where we stand for subscribers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we all just learn off each other, and we have a good time on here. Who else we got in the house here? I just seen somebody else. Stubbs Bitchin' and Fishing just came into the house. My buddy Tyler Wood there. He's the fellow that won my giveaway. And coincidentally enough, and it wasn't rigged or nothing, but I won his giveaway when he did a giveaway. Right, so we ended up swapping these packages, right? But Tyler wishes you a happy birthday, Dad. So
Thank you.
That's all cool stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. But what do we got here? So Herbert T, that's another good buddy of mine. I might call him in later on there in this live stream. I'll get him to call through Skype, and we'll get him live online as well. If that's okay with you, Dan, maybe once we're all done with my dad here, we'll get you on there. We'll carry on a bit. Let's have the dirt. We need it for the roast. There you go. Okay, they want some dirt on me.
Some dirt.
Yeah.
No.
I'm telling you guys, I was the perfect child.
Yeah.
And there's only one of me. So yeah, I was an only child.
I can't think of any dirt.
Camo Cowboy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in the house. FlatEarthForums.com. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're a newbie in here. It's nice to see a new face. Thanks for coming on in. Feel free to check everybody out in the house. We're a nice close knit bunch of people here, so it's all friendly banter going to be happening in here. But so I was saying that my dad obviously is my inspiration. He's one of the reasons why I got into doing all this bushcrafting and camping and canoeing and stuff like that. Dad's been on many trips with me.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah,
a lot, especially when you were just a young tot.
Yeah, well, young tot. Yeah, I was asking him. I said, I'm gonna ask you a question tonight. What's the first memory you ever have of going maybe camping or fishing or doing something with your mom and dad? And what was your response?
Never did much at all. The family was kind of big, and we're all going our separate ways, doing our own thing. And I didn't get out to do any camping or anything until after I got married.
Yeah, and he remembers the first time that we actually went camping, a place called, the Lily Cup Camp?
Yeah, Lily Cup Camp.
Up on Highway 11, up around...
Huntsville and that?
Yeah, isn't that up around what's that? Up around Huntsville area, if anybody's familiar with Ontario, up around that area. I'm trying to think. Magnetawan.
Yeah.
Magnetawan River, yeah. And I actually remember that. I think that was the very first time I was in a canoe. There was a sauna that was right along the Magnetawan River, and there were a couple canoes sitting on the riverbank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I remember, and this may sound stupid, but I could see on the other side of the riverbank, I could see these huge clamshells, and I wanted to get one. Mm-hmm. So that was my very first time in a canoe. There were a couple canoes on the shore. I jumped in one, and I was at the wrong end, and I paddled my way over.
Yeah.
I actually got one of them clamshells and come back, and it's that was my very first experience in a canoe. So that was something pretty cool. We got a few more people in the house. We got Twin City Outdoors has just come on in. We're just talking Twin Cities and TC. That's a young fella that I follow as well, Dad. His name is Tanner. Tanner, this is my dad. This is Jack Rogers. He's the man behind the legend right here. Mm-hmm. And
you're a legend.
Yeah, and it's Jocko's 73rd birthday today. Yeah, it's so I just thought I would bring him on here and get you guys to be familiar with who's responsible for this guy. Mm-hmm. So let's have it, people. There he is. Look at it's Jack's birthday. Good stuff, eh? Yes. So who else do we have in the house here? We'll just leave that up there for a little bit. Flat Earth, we got TC. So Stubbs Bitchin' and Fishing says she's been fishing since she could hold a rod. Very good. Sorry, the stream just jumped on me. FlatEarthForums.com. Hey there, Hike with Mike. I just grabbed your channel. Oh, Mike's in the house. Did I miss you coming in, Mike? Yes, there we go. Hike with Mike. From Australia.
From Australia.
Yes. Australia, right, Mike? You're from Australia? Da-da-da. Who else we got here? Flat Earth, Twin Cities. Who's catching? What's up, Blaze? Who likes the hammock camping, Tyler? I'm the hammock camper. I don't think you've ever slept in a hammock, have you?
No.
We're just talking. Dad said to me that he wants to. He has a little more of a difficult time. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but he has a little more of a difficult time now with breathing issues and stuff when we go outdoors, and, doing camping or anything that really exudes a lot of physical activity.
I got COPD, and it's hard to breathe. So it's kind of hard for me to do portagings and all that. So my son wants to take me out on his boat and go boat camping. That's a lot easier.
Yeah, so he asked me if we could do that this year, and I gladly obliged. And what he means by boat camping, basically we got a couple of Crownland lakes up north that we frequent, and essentially it's just what it sounds like. We go up north, and rather than using a canoe, we get into the back country by boat, and we'll go in and we'll find ourselves a Crownland campsite somewhere, set up camp.
Yeah.
It's really nice because you could afford all the extra luxuries. Dad'll bring his own tent. I'll have my hammock. He'll bring himself a nice, comfortable cot that he can sleep on now. We can have the coolers of food so that we can have some fresh meat every day for the 4 or 5 days that we'll be up there.
Of course, you do the cooking.
Yeah. I'll gladly do the cooking. Just like the last couple of times we've been boat camping, I turn out to be the kitchen bitch. So that's. Dad sits there in his lawn chair and just holds his poker stick for the fire, and that's about it. That's all he does pretty much all day. That and a fishing rod. So
yeah, fish.
Yep. So by all means, it's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to it. I think we're going to be doing that in July, and of course, you guys will get to live the experience as well because we're going to be shooting some videos out there.
Good.
Simple Man's Barbecue. We got Simple Man in the house. How you doing? This is a guy I just started following. He's got. What is that, a Weber smoker barrel or something like that? And this guy likes his barbecue. He does some really cool smoked meat.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just did some smoked meatloaf on the weekend for Father's Day.
Was that ever good?
Yep. Simple Man Barbecue.
Wrapped in bacon.
We used to go to Dinosaur Valley in Glen Rose, Texas. We could find real dinosaur tracks and camp out. It was so awesome. That sounds like a really cool adventure for sure. And a little bit of hellos going on there from Flat Earth and TC. Simple Man, it sounds awesome. That's good. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a bit behind here because, like I say, the whole purpose of today's stream was actually to get my dad involved here and get him to experience a bit of this. Hunt Shack Wilderness. I have never tried a hammock with all the bears up here. It would put me right at table height. Yeah, you know what? It's you feel like a giant piñata. Like you're sleeping in a hammock. I've never worried about the bears. I've never worried about any animal. The only thing I've ever worried about sleeping in a hammock is if a bear ever come trouncing through the bush. Mm-hmm. You're right at that level where they would just take you right out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you kind of got to make sure you don't set up, and it's so easy to set up your hammock on a game trail or something because there's an opening and trees on both sides and stuff.
Yeah.
You always got to make sure you don't set up on a game trail. So if any of you guys are hammock campers, make sure you don't set up on a game trail for sure. Yeah, Simple Man says it's a Weber kettle he has. It's very cool, man. And some of that stuff that I watched your episode there where you kind of overdid your brisket, and then the next episode where you cut all 3 of your flats off and turned out really good. My mouth was watering, brother. It sure was.
I guess so.
Yeah. Hunt Shack said be like a rotisserie. You know what? You'd be surprised. My hammock tent. I say I'll never sleep in a tent again, and that's if I could possibly help it. But that hammock is so comfortable. It's truly the most comfortable sleep you'll ever have in your life.
I know, you swear by it all the time.
I fall asleep at nighttime, and aside from getting up for a pee, and it's not the bed's fault, but I wake up in the same position I fall asleep in all the time.
I roll over and fall out.
To tell you guys a funny story about my dad here. We went boat camping a couple of years ago, and he comes walking out of his tent in the morning. He's got a big Tide detergent jug.
Yeah, I got to bring that one too.
Yeah, big Tide. What the hell? Are you doing laundry soap? He goes, "It ain't laundry soap. It's my pee jug." Crap.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, because it's his birthday, guys, I forgot. Got something for Dad here. This is here you go. Put it on and wear it proudly.
Yeah, well.
It's your very own Canoehound Adventures hat.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's only special people and guests on this show get to have the Canoehound Adventures hat.
Get to have one of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I thought you had a bigger head than that. Oh, okay. That's all right. Yeah, if anybody has any questions for my dad, we're just gonna like to share a couple of stories with you guys. My dad's been on many a canoe trips with me.
Yeah.
Everything from Maple Mountain in Temagami.
Yeah, that was a long
Remember
way
that
up.
one there? We all climbed the tower, and we're all looking down at my dad because he said there's no way in hell he was climbing up the fire tower.
That's right.
Yeah, so we started spit bombing him.
I didn't relish that one.
No, but that was a pretty epic trip.
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth, I really enjoyed that. It was exciting.
Yeah.
It made me work, I'll tell you that.
Yep. Another good one. Beasley Ironworks looks good, Mr. Rogers. Yes. Dave Beasley Ironworks is the fellow who made my knife.
Yeah.
That knife that I showed you. And Dave, you recognize this bad boy?
Yeah.
Notice there's tape on the edge. I kind of fixed it. I took the handle apart and I finished recessing the blade down. And now I just got to make a sheath. So you and I need to make a leather crafting night there where we can make a couple sheaths. I know we've been talking about it. So we got to sit down and get ourselves one night during the week when your boss isn't working you too hard, and we got to make ourselves a couple sheaths for these things. So
Yeah, that's nice.
it is. It's a cute little hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great crafting hatchet. I actually have plans of making a couple of kuksas.
I love the
will
handle.
come in perfectly handy for that.
That handle's really nice.
Kill Deer Survival. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming on in.
Here's one.
Just introducing everybody to my father. His name's Jack. Celebrating his 73rd birthday today, and Father's Day. It's always a cool thing when Father's Day rolls around because I know Father's Day and Dad's birthday always fall within usually the same weekend.
Yeah.
I know, heck man, with your birthday and Father's Day, we've done NASCAR races down in Pocono.
Yeah, we did that 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, we did Pocono a couple of times.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just telling a few stories about that was Sisney Lake.
Yeah.
Right, and because there was 3 of us, rather than bringing a second canoe, back then I didn't have a solo canoe.
Kayak.
Or a kayak, right? But the old man here, he lawn chair in the middle of the lawn chair in the middle of the canoe.
Yeah.
Right, and we're paddling along, and of course the canoe's all out of balance, and he's facing the back of the canoe, and we're paddling, me and my buddy Jay, and this guy's just trolling along, and it's one fish after another. Bingo! Bingo!
Yeah.
Bingo!
Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, that
We
was
got to
fun.
eat fish when we got camp.
Oh yeah. Well, here's my buddy Tyler says, Mr. Rogers, my mom suffers from COPD as well. She's on all types of medicine and steroids and inhalers. Have you found anything that helps control your breathing?
No, I just got the 2 inhalers. The name's it's coming over my head right now, but I got a purple one. That's for twice a day, one in the morning, one at night. And I got a gray one, and when I get up in the morning, I take that one. It's got a little pill that fits inside, and you push a button, and it pokes a hole, and then let out all your breath, and then suck it in as fast as you can, and hold it there for a while, and then let go. And seems to work pretty good for me during the day and that. But if I go over exercise and that, doing a lot of heavy work, walking back and forth and that, then I'm kaput. it catches up to me, and I got to stop.
Yeah, you know what? As a son of the father who I enjoy spending my time with my dad. I enjoy physical activities with my dad, especially this canoeing and kayaking and camping and stuff. And it kind of kills me. I remember the first time that we really started to notice that you were having your issues
Yeah,
was when we went up to that was Indian Lake up Bisco Casing area.
yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
And I remember the one we were camped by this by a dam. And it was really loud. It was a loud spot. It was probably not the most favorable campsite.
No.
But I remember getting up at probably like 2, 3 in the morning, and get out to go for my pee, and the lights on in my dad's tent. He had his light going, and I could hear him having difficulties breathing, and he was coughing and stuff. And I guess it was your acid reflux,
Yeah,
coupled with your breathing issues.
yeah,
And right there, it really sucked because right there at that time, I kind of knew that you were probably going to be a little limited on your future canoe trips. And I think that was one of the last trips that you really
yeah. I had to stop for a while.
yeah.
And
But you know what? There's other ways of getting out there. Like I say, we're going to do the boat camping.
Yeah,
There you don't even have to work, man. You just got to sit there and keep fishing. I know how much you like fishing. Like God knows you outfished me a couple of years ago. We were up at in Temagami area, camping on Lake Temagami, boat camping again. And I'll be damned if the old man doesn't catch himself a nice big lake trout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that was actually a really cool night because remember that same night we had that sunset.
Yeah, it was
The
beautiful.
whole sky. I've got it as actually it's the background on my phone still to this day.
Yeah.
See that background or see that sunset? That is an undoctored sunset.
That's
That was the
beautiful.
sunset when my dad and I. When my dad and I went boat camping up in Temagami, and that was probably the most vibrant, the most brilliant sunset I've ever seen in my entire life. And it was topped off by you and I hammering back that 40 ounce or a rum.
Yeah. We almost got swept into the lake.
we polished off a 40 ouncer. We're not drinkers, the two of us. As I'm cracking open my my beer,
Yeah.
but we're not drinkers by any sort of the means or whatever, however you want to say it. But it was one of them nights where we just wanted to cut loose.
Yeah.
We had I think a rainstorm the day before or something, and
Yeah.
we just wanted to cut loose and have a
Slept
good
like
night.
a baby that night.
Here's at you, guys and gals. This is a toast to my dad on his birthday.
Yep.
And tonight I'm having a Octopus Wants to Fight IPA by Great Lakes Brewery. They make some of my favorite IPA ales. Yeah, so see, we just had a couple new people come in. We got Killdeer Survivals in the house now. I've seen somebody else pop in. Happy Canadian. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I think he's a Burlington boy, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I say, a lot of the people that come into the live streams, Dad, are people that we follow on a regular basis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tyler said, the guy that asked you about the COPD, says, yeah, my mom is so bad. Even strong deodorant and light perfume, she starts to have issues breathing. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm kind of allergic to a lot of perfumey things. I just gave my dad a deodorant stick tonight because it's too strong for me.
I find that when I go shopping with my wife, Walmart, we go down to the detergent, the detergent area, and I can't stand it. I gotta go move fast, get out of there.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
it hampers my breath.
Yeah. Happy Canadian says, yeah, amazing sunset. You should have been there, man. It was, like I say, it was the most incredible sunset. Even better than anything, rival anything that you would see down in the
I still
tropics or
picture it
anything
these
like that.
days without even looking at a camera.
Yeah.
You know.
And what else we got here? Hey, Camo, we got Stubbs. We got Killdeer saying cheers. Hello, Stubbs. Great beer. Yeah, happy Canadian. You being a local boy close to where I am here, I'm sure you've had some of the Great Lakes Brewery beers, Pompous Ass, the Canuck, the Octopus Wants to Fight. They got a bunch of good ones. They're one of my favorite craft beer companies in the area. Stubbs Bitchin' and Fishes says, pop the top, which we did. And Happy Canadian says, go Tiger Cats, go. Yes, I don't know if you knew, but I'm actually a season's ticket holder for the Cats. We had our first home game last Thursday, and we were victorious.
23.
23-17. Yeah, it was a tight one, mind you. We put out two of their quarterbacks. Caleros got knocked out, and Fajardo got knocked out. They ended up with their third string, right? But
Wow.
yeah, it was a good football game by all means. Are you a Ticats fan? Do you go to the games too? Camel Cowboy says he knows a lady like that too. Tyler Wood, anything scented like shampoo, deodorant, perfume does her in. You know what? I have to stop my parent or my wife and my daughters from wearing anything perfume. Hairspray. Oh my God! The girls put hairspray on up in the bathroom. It kills me.
Yeah, my wife does the laundry and she puts them towels and smelly towels in there to make your clothes softer and everything.
Yeah.
She was putting in 2 or 3 at a time. I had to tell her, don't do that anymore, as I can't take it, not even with my t-shirts.
Yeah.
The smell, which is...
Too much, eh? Yeah. Happy Canadian. Actually, the regular season did start. It started last Thursday. Ticats against the Rough Riders. That was the very first regular season game of the 2019 CFL season. So we're well underway. Now I got to wait another week or two until they play at home again. But this weekend they're playing the Argos on Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon, 4:00.
Mm.
Yeah. So So what else? What was one of your favorite trips that you and I did?
The last one when you and I went together, and we had that sunset,
Yeah.
and almost got swept into the lake.
Yeah.
It was so wavy and windy. Remember how
Oh.
the white kitchen tent went choom?
Yeah. We have a kitchen tent or one of those canopy tents that we always bring on these boat camping trips. So we kind of use it as our kitchen area. And seems like every year we bring that thing, we end up with one windy day that takes that thing or wants to rip the thing apart.
Yeah.
Like I've had to replace parts on that thing numerous times.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. But yeah, I think I broke a few pieces on that trip.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I also remember on that trip, that was what, 5 years ago? Probably.
Yeah, 5 for
Right,
sure.
probably about 5 years ago was that trip where
Yeah.
where we caught that sunset. And I remember up on Lake Temagami, when we first got there, that boat, because I had the old boat at the time, the shallow 14-footer.
Yeah.
And the whole way out there, you were getting splashed because we had so much gear weight inside the boat. We had probably way too much, and every little ripple we hit on the water, Dad was getting soaked.
I got on that boat. I was just soaked, dripping wet.
I think most of the weight that we had in there was just gear weight, right?
Yeah.
Or not gear weight, but food.
Yeah.
We brought so much food. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we always do that. We bring too much.
Hey, Cassie So Sassy's in the house. How you doing, Cassie? Thanks for popping in tonight. We're just having a fun little evening here. I got my dad, Jack, on the panel tonight. He's celebrating his 73rd birthday today. So that's all cool stuff. But yeah, and we're just telling some stories about Dad doesn't come canoeing with me anymore, but we're just sharing some stories there about some of the good times that we've had on some of the trips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey guys, it's his birthday.
Oh.
Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Holy moly.
Happy birthday, dear Jocko. Happy birthday to you and many more. Come on in, guys. Say hi to everybody out there in YouTube land.
Thank you.
Yes.
That were nice.
So this is some of my family people. We got over here. We have my lovely mother Dorothy.
Hello.
She's the better half of this old fart.
Yeah.
This is my lovely wife Cheryl.
Hey.
My lovely daughter Victoria, the one I'm always talking about that's getting married in September, and her fiance, Fear the Tooth. This is Maxwell. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, You made it.
It's my buddy.
So, yeah. So, Dad, make a wish. Make a wish. Make it a good one, too.
Okay, I ain't gonna tell you though.
No, you don't have to tell me. Just make sure it comes true. And don't spit on the cupcakes.
Okay. There we go.
All right. Good job. All right.
Molly's looking at me.
Yeah.
Awesome. So glad everybody got to be a part of this. That's awesome.
Thank
Happy
you.
Canadian says happy birthday. And I also got a bunch of them saying McCartney Survival. That's my buddy Mason. He lives
Nice
in
hat.
South Carolina. He's wishing you a happy birthday.
Looks good on you, hon.
Killdeer's got the stuff going. My buddy Dan saying hello to the whole family.
Okay.
Hello, Dan.
I know, eh?
Well, guys, I could always take a piece of this
That's nice.
cupcake and just smush it in the lens, and you can lick your screens if you want.
Okay.
Oh, hey, don't forget Molly. Molly wanted to be part of this.
Aww.
Hey,
Well, white or chocolate?
here, hold on.
Chocolate.
Here, Molly. You want that's right here.
She's not really
My
like
finger.
that.
Oh, but I'm
There
bigger.
There we go.
nice.
Yeah,
There
this
we
way you
go.
can go like this.
Thanks,
See
Dad.
that?
You made that nice, honey.
Dennis, you want white or chocolate?
Whatever you give me, Cheryl, will be fine. Thank you.
Very good.
Well, we all know Vicky wants white.
Are you crying?
No. Take my boogers.
Yeah, so like I said, this is actually my dad's second birthday celebration. We celebrated on Father's Day as well.
Yep.
So I guess a special guy gets a special double birthday, right?
Yep.
Woohoo!
Yeah, for sure.
That was nicely done.
There, he gets chocolate.
Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. So Dan from Herbert T says hello to Molly. McCartney Survival saying hello to everybody. That's cool. Cassie So Sassy says lucky Molly. She's the luckiest, most spoiled dog you'll ever meet there, Cassie. Thank you.
No problem. Have fun.
Yep. It's all good.
Adventures alive.
We will. We will. How's your cake?
Good.
Cheers, Pops. Love you.
Excellent. Love you too.
Yeah, so how ironic. My wife's serving it on napkins. She's been doing some house cleaning, and it's a napkin from back in our wedding day. May 4, 91.
Yep.
So it's like a 28-year-old napkin.
Nice.
Thanks, Camo. Yeah, you know what? I think they're keepers. I love them. We'll keep them.
Yep.
He said, very nice family. Dennis. That K. Oh, thank you for sharing all this, brother. You're a lucky man, and you're going to do great. You know what, man? It's all about the family. Unfortunately, I don't get to see my mom and dad as much as I'd like to. We don't live far, far apart, but we are in different cities or towns or whatever you want to call it down here in Niagara.
Yeah.
And it's always difficult, right? But when we do get together, we try to make the best of it for sure. You know, got to try and do what you can to when you can, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. Back to some of these stories. I agree, Cassie. Always making good memories for sure. Hey, we got Chase and Guns in the house. How you doing, Chase? We're just going over some fun stuff. We just missed the celebration. This is my dad, Jack. It's celebrating his 73rd birthday. You guys are going to hear me say that 100 times tonight as people keep drifting in.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys don't mind. Try and smash that thumbs up button just in favor of my dad. Show him some love here. We got 19 thumbs up. We got 12 people watching right now, Dad. And I
Good.
think we're up to like 20 people there at one point. So put it out there, guys. Let people know that we're having a good time in here. And later on tonight, maybe we'll go over and we'll bust Mason's chops there. And I'm sure he'll go live tonight as well.
Good cook.
I gotta get myself a bite of this.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right all over my face. Yeah, what else? Ice fishing. Done some good ice fishing trips.
Oh yeah.
One time we're up there ice fishing, and we were on a nice little bed. We were catching a lot of pike, a lot of walleye and perch. And my dad hooks into this one fish. You tell me if you remember this.
Blue.
Okay. He
Can't forget that.
hooks into a fish and he pulls it up through the hole. and he didn't recognize the fish because we'd been catching walleye, we've been catching pike and perch. He pulls his fish through the ice, and he reaches in and he grabs it by the mouth, and he throws the thing, right? Well, he didn't recognize it because he caught himself a blue pickerel, which is, I guess, a pretty rare fish. But he didn't recognize it, and it was actually a really nice fish.
Yeah, it was.
Threw it in the snowbank, not knowing what it was, and when we went and lifted it up, the slime that it left on the snowbank actually left a blue tinge in there. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you got one up on me there. I've never ever caught a blue walleye or pickerel. So Happy Canadian says, have a great rest of the live stream. Sorry I can't stay longer. Got to get the kids to bed, then prepare for work tomorrow. You know what? I just thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. I'm glad you had the opportunity to share a little bit here with my dad's birthday. So thanks for popping in. I'm sure we'll see you in some future streams here.
Don't stick your finger in a pickerel's mouth.
There's your wise tale for the day. We got Bass the North is in the house. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you tonight. Hope things are going well. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. And if you haven't already, guys, please do subscribe and hit the bell notification. We go live every Tuesday nights. And it's always good to have good people in the house. So Dan from Herbert Key says, mukbang canoe style. Have a great one. Happy Canadian. How are you doing your 2 hours, Dennis? Yeah, Mason, I'll try to. I started at 8 o'clock, bang on tonight. I remembered to turn on the volume for the microphone tonight. I was telling my dad how I always seem to forget to hit the microphone button. But yeah, I'll probably go on until about 10 o'clock. I'll let you know when things are about to die off. I was going to see if I could somehow get Dan in here through Skype. I want to try and learn the ropes of using Skype with the OBS software so I could start having special guests on the show and stuff like that, and have an opportunity to interview different people on here and stuff like that. I'm still working on Kevin Callan right now. He's actually just getting set to do a trip on the Trent Severn Waterway. He's going to do a canoe trip.
Trent, we were on that one time.
Yeah, well, yeah, we were down around Trenton, but he's doing from like the Muskoka area, all the Trent Severn waterways. Didn't know this. I don't know if any of you Ontario people that are into canoeing know. Did you know that you can actually canoe the Trent Severn Waterway, which is basically a canalway that goes from Lake Ontario, and it goes all the way through to Lake Nipissing? No, not Nipissing. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm drawing a brain fart. There's another Canoehound moment.
Me too.
Anyways, but it's kind of a hidden gem in Ontario, but you can camp at any of the locks along the way for $4.50 a night.
Huh.
I don't even know why they even bother charging now. Like, what are they going to do with $4.50? But you can camp at any of their places on.
I think that's just to see how many people will camp.
Yeah, well,
in that area.
Maybe it pays for their lawnmower gas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah. Let's see here. Who we got here? Killdeer Survival. I haven't been getting your videos coming through. Just love YouTube. Yeah, everybody's been having a lot of issues. I was just watching some of Teacup's stuff today, and I noticed that. And I didn't know this, that she actually got shut down by YouTube, and it must have been a mistake or something because within a day or so they ended up reinstating her. And she doesn't know why, but she was just happy and grateful that she actually was reinstated. So that's all cool. McCarty Survival, awesome man, getting the kids ready, but I'll leave you running in the background. Yeah, I need the view time hours just like you, Mason. So keep her running, buddy. I'd appreciate that. Bass North, happy birthday, Dad. We got Bass North wishing you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yep. The Camel Cowboy, one time in northern Saskatchewan, west of Cree Lake, I caught a carp. The DNR don't want to believe they are that far north. Should have took a picture? You know what? You could have, but if you know you caught a carp and they don't want to believe it, well, that's up to them whether they want to believe it or not, right? I know I was just watching on, I think, CH News last week that they're really worried here in southern Ontario and like all around the northern area here about these
Flying fish.
Yeah, what are they called? The Asian carp.
Asian carp.
The ones that like jump out of the water and
Yeah.
go flying up like 6 feet. And
A lot,
those are like,
a lot of people get hurt from that.
well, yeah, they're like 20+ pound fish, and as soon as they hear a boat motor, they start diving out of the water. And I guess they're working their way up through the U.S. now, and they're working their way up here, and they're really really concerned that they're going to make the St. Lawrence Seaway and get into all of our lakes around here. And if they do, it's gonna be a travesty because it's really going to ruin a lot of fishing opportunities and boating opportunities around here for sure. Yeah. Has anybody ever seen them? Those Asian carp, man, they are like, it's amazing how.
I've never seen one person.
Well, no, I haven't. Like, aside from seeing it on TV, but I don't really want to. Bedtime for me. Work early. Night, everyone, and happy birthday, Jack. That's from the Great Beard.
Thank you.
Yep, that's all good. Kayak is the way to go. Yeah, Herbert T. His name is Dan. He's down in the States as well, and he's got himself a really cool fishing kayak. So he does a lot of fishing from kayak, and he's got like all the rod holders and stuff on it. That's a pretty cool rig for sure.
Homemade stuff.
Yeah, no, it's an actual. What make is your kayak, Dan? He's got it outfitted pretty good. He's got coolers on the thing, the whole 9 yards.
Holy man.
Hey, we got Jessica Smith in the house. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dennis. Happy birthday to Father Canoehound.
Thank you.
There we go. That's Jessica.
I
She's another
appreciate
regular. Anybody you see with a name in blue and a wrench, they're called moderators. And basically what they do is when they come into the stream, they can actually keep an eye for trolls coming in. They can edit stuff. They can put up links to different scenarios. So, yeah. Pescador Pilot 12.0 pedal kayak. I'll show you later. I'll show you his channel. He's got some really cool videos, and he's a techie guy. He's the one in our group that takes the time to talk to all us guys and give us pointers on how to get our subscribers and our views up and stuff like that. And he's done some really cool stuff with some of the guys to get the numbers up. So. Chasing Gun says, "You're only as old as you feel. Happy birthday."
That's
How
right.
old do you feel? No comment.
I wish I was 20.
I think you're 20 and you got to do that. That's for sure. Yeah. See here. This is Herbert. This is him. He's watching for trolls. He's got 2 eyes in the arrow. Right. Geez. Yeah. So. Just wanted to say, guys, I know last week I missed my Algonquin trip there. The guys I was supposed to go up with, they kind of wimped out on me because the weather forecast all weekend was calling for torrential
Rain.
downpour and cold and everything else.
Really cold.
And when they said they didn't want to go, I wasn't too heartbroken. But I did get a call from one of the guys, and they actually left this morning to go up. And they asked me if I can go, and I said, well, obviously I couldn't really go right now just because I have my business and I have work. And I wanted to be around for this with you, right?
Yeah.
But I did get an invitation from a couple of other buddies. There's a company down here in Canada called Kid Products, KIHD Products. I'll put their website up here. You guys can check it out. And they're the makers of a twig stove amongst other survival type of products. And their stove is probably one of my, I've got a couple MSR like liquid fuel stoves, but this stove I really like because I can actually take it and not even have to carry any fuel on a trip. So what you're seeing here, this is their website. It's www.kihdproducts.ca, I believe. Is it .ca or .com? And you can see on here, it's .com, kidproducts.com. It's listed right here. And you can see they've got a bunch of different twig stoves. And if you see in my last, video, or no, my second last one there, which is the second part of my Algonquin trip video. This is the stove I was using. It was great. Cooked my food on there. I cooked bacon on it. I cooked my oatmeal. Made my coffee. It's fairly light.
The one in the middle?
Yeah, well, the one I got is the one on the left here, the kid stove's basic. And what I'm doing right now is this weekend, or Sunday to Wednesday, I'm going by invitation to go camping with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a YouTube channel called Paddling Pirates that they've just started up, and I think I showed it a couple of weeks ago. Some of the decals I made for them, and gotten to be pretty good buddies with these guys, and they, like I say, they invited me on the trip. So we're leaving Sunday
is that
morning.
that little stove?
Yeah, it looks just like.
Yeah, that
sorry.
little thing.
Yeah, sorry, the pictures aren't coming up for some reason. Right there. So basically, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And it comes all unassembled, right? It comes in a bag like this here,
Yep.
right? And it's a great little stove. But they also sell a bunch of different products. I also just recently picked up off them one of their little lawn chairs. It's a lightweight camping collapsible lawn chair.
Mm-hmm.
And this little lawn chair is it's quite the unit too. It cuts in weight my lawn chair.
Yeah.
You know how we like our luxury when we're camping.
Oh, yeah.
But guys, check out Kid Products, KIHD Products. Great bunch of guys. There's Ingo and Keith and Denny and can't remember the other fella's name, but they've got some really reliable products, and it's all stuff that I don't mind using. So I don't mind giving them a selfless plug here and, promoting them a bit. But yeah, so we're going up to Algonquin Park, leaving Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
They told me all I need to do basically is bring my gear. They said they're taking care of the food and everything. I'll chip in on that. And we're going Sunday to Wednesday. We're heading up to Rainy Lake, I think it's called. I'm not exactly sure because, as you guys know, I'm not the huge or the biggest Algonquin Park fan. But when somebody gives you the invitation to join them like this, it's a great opportunity to get to know these guys and to help promote their products. And
Yeah,
I'm sure
you
they don't mind that either. So
Yeah, I'd jump on it in a drop of a hat.
yeah. Common Man's Fly Fishing says, "Beautiful family, my friend. Thank you very much. I like I say, I think I'll keep them. I love them all."
Yeah, me too.
Let's see here. Try again, TC. Try again. Common Man. Yeah, we got Common Man's Fly Fishing. You just caught another. Oh, I know what that means. When you're doing a live stream, we try not to promote what's called sub for sub. You don't want people coming on the chat and saying, "Hey, if you sub me, I'll sub you." YouTube frowns on it, right? So if you pick somebody up and you want to let them know that you've actually subscribed to their channel or something along that lines, you always drop them something like, "Oh, just rang your bell," or
Yeah.
just checked you out, gonna check you out some more, or something like that there, so that the algorithms don't pick up on what's going on, because YouTube's pretty smart. They're pretty stupid, but they're pretty smart. So
Pretty stupid, but they're pretty smart.
yep. So let's see here. What was another one of what was your favorite trip that we ever did, canoe trip wise?
Favorite one?
I know you mentioned the one just because it was one of our most recent boat camping trips. So what was your favorite canoe trip?
Well,
we did some good ones. We did Mizanabi.
Yeah.
Remember the ones where we took the train in, and then Bull Cow Lake and
Yeah.
Upper Mizanabi River and all that stuff. Shooting the rapids through the canyon.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that I liked a lot was when we had Ronnie and his kids,
Mm-hmm.
and Jimmy
Okay. Yep.
and Jay. You and me, of course.
Yep. That was.
And we had Jay's kid. You remember that?
Yeah. That's when we went up to Bull Cow. We drove up there.
Yeah.
Bull Cow, for anybody that's not familiar with Bull Cow, if anybody's ever heard of the Mizanabi River, I'm sure if True North is still in here, he would know it because he lives up around the Mizanabi River himself up north. But this is an area there we didn't take the train in for that. We drove into that time, right?
Drove in.
Yeah, so basically we drove into a lake that we knew of, which is part of this huge canoe route. And the lake is called Bull Cow Lake. And okay, now I know why you really like that trip. That's we seen the bear on that one too.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, okay. This
Bear and two babies.
yeah, this is his bragging moment, right? He's out fishing. We weren't catching a lot of fish.
No, you were paddling away, and I decided I was going to toss in a little bit, and Lord and behold, I caught the biggest fish.
Not one, but two of them. He caught that monster pike.
Monster pike and a
Yeah.
big pickerel.
Yeah, and that huge. He caught himself a pike. Had to be 12 or 14 pounder. It was a monster. Yeah, or more. Who knows? We
The
didn't have a
pickerel
scale.
was a huge one too.
Yeah, the walleye had to be probably a 7-pound northern walleye, which is a good sized walleye for a northern lake. So
Yeah.
that was a grandpappy for sure.
Yeah, and I didn't have to do nothing but fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great beard. Says bedtime for him. He's got to work early, so he's wishing you a happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Not sure if I read that one already for sure, but because I've been bouncing around for sure. There you go, TC. You're able to post that now. That's awesome. Thanks for getting Dan's stuff up there. That's good. You guys feel free to throw some links around. I got no problem with that whatsoever. Like I say, we're all about networking here, getting to know each other. For anybody that might be new in the house, make sure you do check out some of the people that are in here. We're all regular good people that are trying to grow our channels. Would be more than happy to help you grow yours as well if the love gets shared. So that's all cool stuff. Mike, Hike with Mike is back. Yeah, his wife got home and he had to get dinner ready. So hopefully you're eating something good. We had burgers, sausage.
Nice sausage.
Home fries.
Yeah.
And what else? That was it, right?
Tomato, cheese.
Oh, yeah. Well, those are the fixins, right? And then, of course, a little bit of a birthday cupcake for dessert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still haven't finished mine. I see yours is gone.
Yeah, oh yeah. I didn't hesitate. It tasted good.
It smells like cherries.
Yeah.
Smell it.
Oh, no. I know what you're going to do.
No. You don't know it because I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Never give me the opportunity.
The stranger, even when we're canoeing there, and I have my plate on my lap, we were going to have something to eat and all that stuff. He goes, hey, look at that bird. I turn around, take a look, and he takes my meat. He does it every time.
I'm a growing boy, what can I say? Like what Mike says, nothing better than a walleye and perch fish fry. When I go to Wisconsin, I always look forward to that. Yeah, for sure. You know what? We, being between Lake Ontario and Lake Erie here, Mike, get a lot of opportunity. I haven't this year yet because the weather's been so crappy. But usually we'll get out there and you can limit out in Lake Erie on walleye in no time. Anything from 18 to 34, 36-inch walleye. There's some big walleye out there in Lake Erie. And they're saying Lake Erie's population of walleye, they're saying they're estimating there's over 80 million walleye in Lake Erie. They want you to catch them. Mm-hmm. They're becoming overpopulated, right? But that there, and then going out there right around this time of year, about 60 feet of water, you go out there and you're limiting out in perch. And I'm talking like big jumbo jack perch.
Perch, yeah.
I think last year when Sean and I went out, we went out there. We were using live minnows as bait, and we come home with something like 96. I think you're allowed.
Yeah, you were cursing because you had to clean so
Well
many.
done. I wasn't cursing. I was cursing that we run out of bait. That's the only reason we stopped catching fish is we run out of bait. But we were pulling in like double headers, right?
Yeah.
So
nice big ones.
And you don't mind cleaning perch if they're big jumbos like that. And I'll tell you.
Yeah, they are good tasting.
I think that last fish fry we had,
yeah,
that was the end of our perch that we caught. So time to get back out there, get some more perch and walleye.
That was good. Really
and
good.
I got to check and see if the rainbow trout are running on the Niagara River too. So I'd like to get you over some of that, some drifting for rainbows. You'd like that. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Camel Cowboy, walleye are my favorite as well. Well, walleye and perch. I like walleye if you want a nice big beefy hunk of fish.
Mm-hmm.
but I like perch if they're smaller fillets and they're like nicely crisped up. If you check out my recipe I have on my channel here for my secret fish recipe,
Mm-hmm.
I try cooking your fish with my recipe, and
Oh.
every I've turned non-believers or people that don't like fish into fish lovers because of my fish recipe.
You know what I found really good tasting fish was when the wife and I went on vacation there, and we parked the motorhome in Nashville right beside this restaurant,
Yep.
and over there they serve catfish. And man, you want to taste some good fish and the way they cook it and everything. Whoa, man, it was good.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got somebody else new in the house here. CM Sag says a 7-pound walleye pickerel is huge for there. I used to fish in Lake Erie. There, 10 pounds is considered big. Yeah, for sure. That's why I say that walleye that he caught up there on Bull Cow Lake. That thing was that was a monster. I think the biggest walleye I've ever caught was up at Bob's Cottage. Remember that one year
Oh,
we went
yeah,
up there?
yeah,
I caught
yeah.
that 26-incher.
Yeah, that's when we had his big steel boat.
Yep,
Yeah.
the big steel hull boat.
Yeah.
And so that's about the biggest walleye I've ever caught. And I think he weighed in at probably around 6.5 pounds.
It was big.
Yeah, 26
It was
inches.
big.
I've caught a few other big ones. Caught a couple big ones up at Wickstead. Remember when you were talking to Mom on the phone, and I go, "Oh, I got it, get the net." He's talking to my mom on the phone, and I need somebody to net my fish. I go, "Put the damn phone down."
I remember.
Yeah, that was a matter of whether we ate that night or not.
They fight. They fight like crazy. The big
Yeah.
ones like that, they fight like crazy.
Common Man's Fly Fishing says we have them in Indiana on the Wabash River. What do you have there? Is it the walleye or the flying carp that we were talking about? Camel Cowboy, yeah, man. Check out my fish recipe there. Like I say, you can season it up however you want, whatever spices you like.
Yeah.
But the recipe I gave with just garlic and onion is one of my favorites. Or garlic and onion with a nice big splash of Cajun spice in there if you want a little zing to it.
Yeah, that.
But
Yeah. You used to make a couple of batches, some with the spicy.
yeah,
Remember?
yeah.
And
You
that-
can do it with chilies in it.
Yeah, with Ron and his kids and that.
Yeah,
It was a batch of nice spicy ones and normal one,
yeah.
and that they're both excellent.
Yeah, we got a lot of fishermen in the house. I know Dan's a fisherman, obviously, with his kayak there. Camel Cowboy, well, I'm sure you're a fisherman as well. Yeah, Common Man's Fly Fishing. Do you fish? It's in his name. Common Man's Fly Fishing.
They ask me
Yeah,
fish.
yeah. Hey guys, if you haven't done so already, please do smash that thumbs up button. Let's try and get 73 thumbs up tonight for my 73-year-old father.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. I'll
Thumbs.
start it off.
thumbs up are right up there. People hit that there if they like the stream,
Yeah.
right? So, and it looks good on YouTube too. So, CM Sag, my dad taught me to fish in Lake Erie. Sounds weird, but after cleaning a walleye, cut the cheeks out and then take the skin off. Awesome. Yeah.
Cut the cheeks out.
Yeah, walleye are so easy to clean.
Yeah.
Who was it? Last year when we went up to Wickstead, Spencer caught himself a nice big walleye. Had to be a 5-pounder. And when I told him I was going to clean the cheeks out, and he could have the cheeks, because the person who catches the fish gets to eat the cheeks, right? He thought I was kidding. He thought I was trying to pull one over on him. Eh? So I got to eat a cheek. They say the cheek of the walleye is the filet mignon, right? Same thing on a pike. If you get a nice big pike,
Yeah.
you can get a cheek out of them things like that.
Nice fat one. Yeah.
Depending. I don't like to keep the big pike though. I like maybe a nice 3-pounder, 4-pounder
Yeah.
max.
They're good.
Anything over that, and any for that matter, any huge fish like that, I usually like to let them go anyways. They are the breeders usually.
Yes.
Right? And they're the ones that they definitely want to set free and let them go.
All except for the one that I caught that time.
Yeah,
You know that big one I caught?
yeah, yeah. Well, I think we kept that one and we ate it because we weren't catching a lot of fish on that trip,
No.
right? And the fact that you actually got lucky enough to catch one, and yes, lucky enough.
I
Yeah.
was shocked, never mind.
Yeah.
When I had that bite there and she was swimming down instead of coming up, I said, oh my.
Yep. So the Camo Cowboy says he's a well-rounded outdoorsman, hunts, traps, and fishes. Yep, that's what I've seen in your videos there. You actually do a lot of trapping, don't you? I noticed that in your thing. Go after coyotes and stuff like that. And, so yeah, like I say, we got a pretty wide genre of people that follow in here.
Yeah.
Everything from like bushcrafters. Everybody was starting to think I was a bushcrafter because I was going to my day camp all the time and recording my day camp stuff. And bushcrafting to me is only basically the tip of the iceberg. I practice bushcraft because I like to use them skills when I go camping or canoeing,
Yes.
right? And I bushcraft in the wintertime because I can't go canoeing or
Yeah.
kayaking or hiking or whatever. And it gives me an opportunity to get out in the bush and just get out there and enjoy
Experience.
things. Yeah, cook up some steaks and stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Inspired John. How you doing, John? Good to see you. Hope things are well. Haven't seen you in a little while. Except for that spam challenge you did with your kid. A lot of these guys will do set forth challenges and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get people to do stuff good stuff, not bad stuff, right?
Spam,
Spam. Yeah, like the meat.
like a steak.
Yeah,
Spam.
yeah.
Like bologna steak.
So, John, this is my dad. His name's Jack. Celebrating his 73rd birthday. We're trying to get 73 thumbs up tonight before we're all done there, just to commemorate his 73rd birthday. So it'd be awesome if you haven't already done so. If you could smash that thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. If anybody has the opportunity while they're out there too to maybe share this live stream, try and get some more people in the house. I am working very diligently trying to get my view time hours up. I think I'm sitting around 725 subscribers now. I'm not so worried about that. I need to get my view time hours up, which are right around 1,700 view time hours. So if anybody has an opportunity to watch some of my videos, that'd be great. I can only get my mom and dad to watch so many of my videos, right? So, but yeah. Yeah, John, Inspired John says, good day, Jack. Let me help you get some thumbs. That'd be awesome. So, Inspired John, there's a bunch of them. There's sort of like a bunch of people that are hikers. They're hikers,
Yeah.
essentially. And YouTube had this thing come about where, when they had those shootings in the mosque over in Turkey,
Yeah.
right? Something happened there that caused YouTube to say, okay, anybody that's under 1,000 subscribers can no longer live stream from their phones. And what that means is like doing the same thing we're doing here, but from their phones. And guys like Inspired John rely heavily on their phones because the content that they stream is outdoor content and they can't bring their computer system with them, so they stream from their phones.
Of course.
So when that happened, John was below 1,000 subscribers. And he put the plea out there to try and get him up to 1,000 subscribers quickly because he had an important stream that was going to be coming up. A bunch of us banded together and we went out to our networks of people and said, hey, this guy needs help. Let's get him up over 1,000 subs. And you went from, John, put the numbers up on the screen there. You went from what, like 700 or something up to 1,000 in about 2 days or 3 days?
Wow.
Everybody banded together, and by doing that, John had the ability to get back out there and stream the way he streams,
Good.
right, using his phone. So
Good.
that was pretty cool to help somebody else do that type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. We all
That's
kind of band
thoughtful.
together, and we support each other, and it's always a good thing because there's us small guys in YouTube, right, small time creators. And then there's the guys that are like, they got 50, 100, 2 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million subscribers, right? And they get all the attention. They're the ones that are making all the money and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's the small creators that really get crapped on in no time, right? So John's saying
Yeah, but I
here,
find them better
yeah,
at times than the million ones.
CM Sag says happy birthday to you there, Mr. Jack.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And John says he just tweeted it out there, so he's got a lot of followers. He's going to try and get some people to pop into the live stream here. Let's see. John says, he went from 849 to 1,021 subscribers in 48 hours.
Whoa.
And that was just by people saying, you know what, this guy kind of relied on being able to do that.
Yeah.
And YouTube took that away, not only from him, but from a number of different people.
Yeah.
Right? They changed the rules. Just all of a sudden one day they thought, oh, we want to change the rules, and they changed the rules. And they kind of crapped on.
That's not right, though.
Oh, yeah, you know what?
Should be a warning.
Well, yeah, they made the warning.
They've been warning?
Yeah, they said, tomorrow we're switching it.
Oh, yeah, one day. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what? It is what it is. When you're on YouTube, you play by their rules. It's their platform.
You
right?
got no choice.
So if they wanna crap on their creators, they can, right? So, Hike with Mike says Campfire Steve is a cool channel too. I've never come across him, Mike. I'll have to check him out. Can we do about getting me there so I can live on the road trip for my move? LOL. Well, Dan, what are you at? You're sitting at 850 in around there. I thought you said I was going to catch you. I don't look like I'm going to catch you. You're going to hit the 1K mark before I am. But yeah, you know what, guys? If you haven't already subscribed to Herbert T Outdoors, go check out his stuff. Get in on his live streams, and definitely check out his fishing videos. They're on his kayak. He's got some really cool adventures that he's been on out there, and he's got probably one of the coolest looking kayak rigs I've seen. Like I say, it's a full on fishing
I'd like
kayak.
to see that myself. That'd be nice.
Well, let's go see if we can find Herbert T Outdoors. Dan, I'm going to show my dad your page. So I'm going to put you up here as well. If I can. Come on, where's my? There we go. Here's Herbert T Outdoors. So, guys, I'm just gonna pull up Dan from Herbert T Outdoors. He's needing some subscribers. Wants to try and hit that 1,000K or 1K mark, and we'll see if we can't get you a couple of extra subs here. So here we go. This is Herbert T Outdoors, and he does like I say, he's a pretty techie guy.
Yeah.
Sitting at 870 subscribers. Yeah, there's his kayak there. He's got it fairly well rigged out.
Yeah.
And now that's one of the kayaks there. You can see here it's got pedals on it right here.
Yeah.
And he can get out there and he pedals along, so he can be trolling and fishing the banks and stuff like that. But yeah, if anybody out there hasn't already subscribed to Herbert T Outdoors, please do. Let's see if we can maybe try and get him up to 875 or 880. I haven't got a lot of reaching power, but let's see what we can do for him, people. And his videos aren't over reasonable as far as view time. You could watch a few of his videos, like 36 seconds. Split Toe Joe. So let's see if we can share some love here with Herbert T Outdoors. You like that reggae?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Wish I was younger.
Okay, back to the good-looking guys here now.
Which one?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. sorry about your luck. So sorry. That's cool. Here we go. Inspired John says Herbert T is up to 870. Thanks, John. Much appreciated. I'm sure Dan appreciates it as well.
Well, we got there fast.
Yeah. Well, no. But that's what I say. The power of putting a plea out. You know what I mean? There's been a few people on here that we follow that do live streams.
Mm-hmm.
I know Simply Shannon's not well. I know there's a couple of different people on here that have ailments. And they get on and talk about it, and at least they get some prayers and they get some love, right?
Yeah.
So. No girls for 73 years. Yeah, you know what? I'm the only kid, John. So, yeah, quite literally, all he had was one really cool son. That's all. Yeah, what are you laughing at? Cheers.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
good.
But John, I don't know if I caught this. Are you actually coming down to the Niagara collab? Is that something you're going to be partaking in, or is that something you're going to miss? There's a big meet and greet going on called the Niagara Collaboration. For me, they're coming. A bunch of them are coming down. YouTubers that camp down in Niagara Falls.
Mm-hmm. We're
Couple
on
days.
Niagara Falls at the campground there.
Yeah, at that one of the ones down there.
Yeah.
When I'm 73,
Just
I want
on
a
the bench.
dancing girl. Okay. John said something about the girls, 73 and no girls. What he meant was when he's 73, he wants a dancing girl. Oh, jeez. Jessica's back. Hey, where's your better half there, Jess? Yeah, John, you know what? That weekend, as I mentioned to you before in one of the past streams, is actually the weekend that my daughter's getting married. And you guys are down, and I guess your big schwindig is on the Saturday night, which is actually the night Vicky's getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday night, of course, will be like the rehearsal and going to decorate the hall and stuff like that. So somewhere in there, I'm gonna have to try and pull myself away and maybe come down and tip an IPA with you guys. With maybe Kay and Matt and yourself. That'd be awesome to at least sit down and have a quick beer with them. And
Yeah.
because that's the one thing, we get to know each other on here,
Yeah.
but we don't get to meet each other type of thing, right?
It'd be nice to have that.
Yeah. The only one I've actually met is my buddy. It's because we actually work together sometimes, which is
Mm-hmm.
Dave from Beasley Ironworks, right? So it's pretty cool. Didn't tell us, Jess? Yeah, usually when you come in, Jess, Jefferson's close behind. Yeah, John, in this case, I'd have to say, yeah, the future son-in-law is a little more important. But you know what? He's around an awful lot. The daughter, she's they just bought themselves a house, and they got some big plans and aspirations for their future. So it's a good thing, and they got all their ducks in a row, and we're looking so forward to their wedding. It's gonna be a good night. Gonna be a good night. Lori Bryant, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for popping into the stream tonight. You're a new face I've never seen before.
Yeah. He's my second son.
Who?
Who do you think?
Max?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have him. He's probably watching on the stream now saying, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what brings you in tonight, Lori? Having a good night, I hope? Somebody pops in the chat and everybody has to say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Good. Hello.
So have you thought of any embarrassing stories yet? Like, is that the best you got?
I can't think of anyone. Offhand, I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, Lori, are there a lot of streams going on tonight? I haven't had the ability to get out and check and see who's on tonight. Because we come on at 8 o'clock tonight. It's 9:15 here right now, and we'll probably be on till about 10 o'clock. And it'd be pretty cool to go out and do a Canoehound raid to somebody. I don't know if Mason's going to be doing a live tonight. Actually, I haven't seen Mason in for a little while. Is Mason still around? Just like the sitcom Cheers, everybody knows everybody. Yep, one big happy family there, eh, Dan? Dan, what do you think? You wanna try and give me a dingle here on what do you call that app there? Skype? Let's see if we can get you piped in here. Let's see if Dan. We're gonna try and get Dan to give me a call on Skype, and then we'll get Dan up on here on screen. We can do a little share screen. I've never done that. Lori, I've seen you on several of Kay and Matt's live streams for the Hike 365 challenge. I'm Kay's sister. Oh, okay, there you go. So that puts an identity to your name for sure. Yeah, Kay and Matt, they're awesome people for sure. We're just talking to Inspired John about that there with the Niagara collaboration that's going on. So I'm hoping to get that opportunity to meet them guys when they pop on down. I don't know if you're coming down as well, but it's like I say, it falls on the same day that my daughter's getting married, so it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
But I'm one of them guys. Sometimes I can make it happen, whether it's late night or early morning. I'll come wake you guys up in your tents. Who's vibrating? You vibrating? Oh, I know it's vibrating. Okay. Actually, okay, Dan, cancel the call because I think you're calling me at the wrong number. He's trying to call me, but it's calling on the other phone. Ba-da-ba-ba. I don't know why it's... You know what, Dan, I'll call you. It'll probably be easier if I call you. So I'm going to do it this way. Well, why did it come up here? I'm calling here like this. You guys have to bear with me. I'm trying this Skype thing. I want to try and be able to pull up Skype callers, get them on the video to do interviews and stuff like that. But I'm an old guy. There we go. I'm calling Dan now. So let's see. You guys have to bear with me. I'm trying this Skype thing. I want to try and be able to pull up Skype callers. You guys have to bear with me. Oop, there we go. Hey, there's Dan. How you doing? You probably can't hear me, eh? I'm going to pull him up on the screen here. Sorry, guys. I know I'll probably lose a couple of you just because I don't know what the heck I'm doing here right now. But we've got Dan from, let's see here. We got Dan here from Herbert T. Outdoors. Save them. And let's try. Okay. Dan, can you hear me at all? Give me a nod if you can. Nope. We've all been fooling around with this stuff. He uses Google Hangouts to get people in.
Mm.
And of course, I always got to be different, and by being different, but I'm not able to get it going here for some reason. This is some weird stuff. Weird stuff. No, that ain't gonna do it either. Sorry, Dan. I'm really trying hard to get this figured out. If I do, you'll pop up on screen pretty unexpectedly. Oh, how about here? Maybe this will do it. Nope, that ain't working either. You know what, we're going to have to do like a 2 o'clock in the morning thing one day here, Dan, to try and get this figured out. Because it ain't working. Canoehound can get frustrated over this really quick. Live D Rogers 269, hit OK. And maybe it needs to be up near the top. Nope, that ain't doing it either. Yeah, sorry guys. Dan, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to get you on here, but I don't know what the heck I'm doing. If anybody has any pointers or tips as far as how to get OBS to work, I've got my NDI program all sourced in and everything, but it's just not giving me what I need.
Mm.
You know? You figure this out?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
You know how to turn a computer on?
Yep.
Okay.
Push the button on, push the button on off.
Yeah, geez. Oop. Can you see me? Hey, can you see me, Dan, or hear me?
No.
Nope. No, see, I can't hear him, right?
Push a button on, push a button on off.
Nope, that ain't working either. Oh, he sees me.
Hey, can you see me, Dan, or hear me? Can you see me?
No, he can't hear me.
Hey, can you see me, Dan, or hear me? No. No. No, see, I can't hear him.
Sorry, we got 13 people in here wondering what the heck's going on, right? Yeah, your Skype needs to use your second camera. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So Dan's telling. Okay, so if my Skype needs to use my second camera, I need to tell it what camera it is. I don't know. We're gonna have to pull her, so I'd have to switch that camera over too, right? So if I do,
You could pick a better time for that.
yeah. You know what, guys? We'll squash this right now. Dan, you and I will sit down one night and we'll try to figure this out. And yeah, we'll keep the focus on the good-looking guy over here to my right, your left, and we'll figure that out later. But yeah, sorry, dude. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, so Dan, I'll connect with you a little later on. Talk to you later, pal. Okay. Good guy. You see his screen back there? It's a green screen. Then he puts whatever room he wants on there. You know, the green screen walls that you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Well, that was fun. Sorry, guys. Sorry to take away from the stream, but let's get back to some real fun here. We've got about another 40 minutes to go. Could be painful, could be painless, so I won't... Yeah, so like I say, so plan is with Dad here, we're going to get you out July 6th, right? And if we set for a date, going to get out there, do some boat camping, take him up around the Temagami region. It's a place that we go to quite often.
Yep.
Good, nice, really nice lake, good fishing, very pristine and picturesque, but with a lot of boat traffic. And it's a lake that doesn't have any cabins on it, which is cool.
Right.
Yes. So, and maybe by then, maybe by July, the black flies and the mosquitoes will be down. So, what have I missed here in the live stream? I'm just going to skip back. So, Lori says, I asked her earlier if she was coming down to Niagara. She says she's not coming down. CM Sag is sharing a bit of love out there. He's subbed to Herbert. That's awesome. We're going to miss Lori at Niagara. Lori, are you a hiker as well, though? Be able to see her hopefully in autumn. John, are you located near Matt and Kay? You know them personally? Well, I guess not. Lori kind of answered my question next one down. Can you read that? Can you see the chat?
No.
No? Okay. That's why I'm reading it out. Common Man's Fly Fishing. Inspired John, part of the family now. Inspired John. Shh. Lori, I'm going to try and make a weekend out there. I'll tell. Thank you, Common Man's Fly Fishing. He's saying don't forget to smash the thumbs up. What are we up to? We're up to 24. My all-time record's 32.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I squish 32 thumbs up, that would be be pretty awesome too. I don't think we'll hit the 73.
I don't
But
think
so I thought you were going to be a good luck charm, but obviously not.
so.
Eh?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Can't have it all.
Yeah, for sure. So a few of my good buddies there, I don't see them in the house tonight. I don't see Tyler in. I don't see Mason in. They keep drifting in and out. What do we got for participants here? Oh gosh, our numbers are dropping. Common Man, Herbert T, Inspired John, Lori, and the Camel Cowboy. Yeah, I lost a few people there by trying to do the Skype thing.
Yeah.
I know what he's talking about, though. You got to have a camera dedicated to it, right? So I'd have to dedicate that camera to it. So, when are you going to join the video creator ranks? Does CM have no content? Is he another one that's going to hit 1,000 subscribers without a video? So happy to say Papa here retired just not too long ago. What, January 1st or January 31st?
31st.
Yeah, January 31st.
Yep.
Do you miss it?
No.
No, not at all, eh?
No.
More time with the remote control?
Huh?
More time with the remote control?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. He's got the cleanest cars you'll ever see.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're retired? Wash your cars. Wash your cars.
Wash and wax. Wash and wax. Wax on, wax off.
Gentlemen, I'll see what I can do. Get you more thumbs. Happy birthday, Captain Jack. That's from Inspired John.
Thank you.
Does that mean you're taking off, John? If you are, thanks for popping in, man. Much appreciated. I'll be sure to catch you and Yankee there on one of your upcoming live streams and check out some more of your videos there. So thanks for sharing all your stuff with us. That's awesome. I'm sort of a hiker. I mainly because of Kay and Matt. Yeah, Kay and Matt there, they do a lot of that stuff. They really like their outdoor adventures, eh? There's a few people down here around Southern Ontario that actually follow them. One of which I know are Steph outside. Stefan, he's a follower of theirs as well, and I believe he's in their 365 challenge all the time as well. I must say, honestly, I haven't participated in that nearly enough because I'm not really a hiker. I'm more of a canoeist. Or if I do get out there and get active, I like to mountain bike as well. So that's if they'll allow me to put some mountain bike miles on there, I'll take that. That could be my contribution. Yeah, chasing guns. A lot of these people will just let the stream run in the background. They'll listen in, so you don't get a lot of chat out of them. And Lori says, "Happy birthday, Mr. Jack. Glad you could join in tonight."
Thank you.
Yep. Panic Paranormal History. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you tonight in the chat. Thanks for popping in. We're just celebrating a birthday of my good old Papa here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, not so old. You still look good though.
Hmm?
You know, you might be an old fart, but you still look good.
Yeah. I was always handsome.
Yeah.
At least that's what my wife says.
Yeah. Well, she's got bad eyes, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Bad eyesight. Okay. No, thanks for coming in, Panic. Much appreciated. We're just having a good night there. I've been going for about an hour and a half now, and probably going to wind it down at around 10 o'clock and maybe go out there and do a raid of somebody. So if you're still around, that would be awesome. Steph outside is participating. Yeah, Steph is a cool dude. He's just a young fella, but I followed his channel. He's been laying pretty low lately too in the YouTube world. He hasn't been really doing too much. So I think he found himself a new girl and spending a lot more time with her. Things that are a little more important to him than making videos, I guess, and that's perfectly okay. Thanks, Camo. Much appreciated. Got 12 people in the house. That's good. We're good.
Well, I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to shoot upstairs.
Okay, guys. So my Papa Jack here says he's going to go upstairs and spend a bit of time with the family. So let's give him one more happy birthday wish.
Yeah.
And one more happy birthday to you, Mr. President.
Yeah. I want to
Thanks,
thank
Dad.
everybody. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll see you in the 74th.
Yes. So this time, same time next year,
Yep.
and we'll be celebrating the 74th. And hey, maybe do something really big. I'll be good on this OBS, and we can do a nice big 75th celebration. That would be cool.
Sure.
Thanks, Dad. And much. I really appreciate it. Hope you like your hat.
Yeah, I do. I do. Very much so.
And yeah. So now you're a star.
Yep.
You can have your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right? Thanks, Dad.
Okay, thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for all your happy birthday wishes to my dad. It was certainly fun having him on here for sure. I asked him the other night there if he wanted to come on and do a little bit of video. He seemed a little shy about it, but he warmed up to it quite well. And then before you knew it, when I asked him if he wanted to come on, he's like, "Oh yeah, man, he's in there." Right? He actually got here early to do this, so that's something that was really cool. A lot of fun having him on here. I love the old guy. He, like I say, he's been an inspiration for me for my whole life, and I know as a little kid there, I'm sure I put him or put him and my mom through a lot of crap, but ultimately, I'm their son. What can I say, right? So here we go. Let's change the camera angle. Let's get things looking a little easier here. So yeah, like I say, I'm getting ready here on Sunday. I'm leaving, as I mentioned, for about 4 days from Sunday till Wednesday on a canoe trip up to Algonquin Park with some friends. Oh yeah, Molly. There you go. Molly come down to say hello. Kitties are taking off. Have a good night, guys. Talk to you later.
Rock on.
Yeah. Yeah, so as I said, heading up to Algonquin Park, going to, I believe it's called Rainy Lake, with the owners of Kid Products, which is an outdoor line of products, twig stoves, chairs, ferro rods, all kinds of different things. And they invited me to go with them, and after having missed last weekend of going up canoeing there, I thought I would take them up on the offer. So I've been working feverishly at work, trying to get myself all prepared and ready for this trip. And I just got to get things packed up and ready to go. So that there, I got a golf tournament on Saturday. So I'll have to make sure I get everything all packed like by Friday and ready by the back door. So Panic, thanks for wishing my dad a happy birthday. That's awesome. That made his day. We had a good time. We went over a few of the stories there from a couple of our favorite adventures and canoe trips and stuff like that we've done together in the past. It's been a few years since he's been on a canoe trip with me, just based on he has some breathing issues, and it makes it a little more difficult. So I'm taking him up north on a boat camping trip just to spend some time with my papa, for sure. Always makes my day when I see Dad hook into a nice big fish or something, right? So that's a really neat thing. And I still haven't finished my my birthday cupcake. I don't know. Mm-hmm. So what's going on? Everybody seems so quiet tonight. Anybody want to know anything about my dad? I got some embarrassing stories about him, but I don't think I'll share them. He'd probably get pretty mad at me. We got them all lurking in the background here. Yeah, you know what? I every opportunity I get to try and spend time with them. I wish it could be more time. You know, when they start getting up there in age, both my mom and my dad, they both have health issues. And it kind of sucks that that they both do, because both quick as whips, right? But when the body starts to give out, it's kind of a horrible thing. My mom just my mom just went through cancer in her lymph nodes. When she beat that, she had all kinds of issues with circulatory problems and leg pains and stuff like that. I guess it all stemmed from chemo and radiation. But along with all that, she suffered a massive heart attack, which would have put any normal person into a box 6 feet under. And she's a tough old bird, man. She battled through it. I think she had 7 stints put in over a little period of time. And now she's bounced back, and she's got some spring in her step, and that's all good to see. There she is there. Speak of the devil.
Bye.
Bye.
We're going
You
to
come
go.
over. Yep. Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Have a good night, Mama.
Yeah, you too.
Yep. You go home and watch the replay of this.
Yeah,
Have a good laugh.
Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Drive safely. Yeah. So you know what? I'm still so fortunate. I'm 50. Going to be 55 this year. And I am still so fortunate that both mom and dad are around, and it's nice to have them around. It really is. I just love to see them a little more healthy, but there's not much you can do about that, really, right? So, anyways, let's get on to some happier topics, by all means. So, as I usually do around this time, when there's about 20 minutes left, start asking around if anybody knows of anybody else that's got a live stream going, because we're drawing in on a time where we can actually start getting set up to find somebody and go over and do a Canoehound raid. Not saying I'm ready to pack it in quite yet, but it would be a cool thing to do. We got 11 people watching so far. That's pretty good. It's been a good night tonight. Like I say, to me, I was so excited just to have my dad coming on board. So that's always an honor to me to do that stuff. Hey, look who snuck in the back door there, Jefferson Einstein. How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. My dad just left. As you see, my mom come by and give me a kiss goodbye. But we had a fun night with my dad there. We had a couple of stories about some of our past trips and some of the things that we've done. Just like to see. I was asking him what some of his favorite trips or memories were on some of our canoe trips and stuff like that. And it's funny, some of the main things that stick out in my mind are the same things that stuck out in his mind. So they must have been moments that really touched us both, right? So. Herbert T says, "What's your next adventure?" Well, as I was mentioning there, I leave Sunday. Sunday, I gotta meet the guys at 6 a.m. in Burlington, Ontario, and then we're expecting to be up in Algonquin and on the water by around noon, somewhere around there. There's 5 of us going up, and the guys I don't really know these guys that well. They've just gotten to be friends through business, and we all hit it off well because we're all in the same boat as far as our passions, right? That's all cool stuff. The only thing that's got me worried about this weekend or like this canoe trip coming up is I mentioned it on Mason's Live the other night there. I had a bit of a mishap on Sunday. I was working in the backyard. We're getting the backyard ready for a bridal shower for my daughter. And I had a fence that was heaved up by the roots. The roots pushed up on the bottom of the fence, and they popped all the nails out and stuff, and their fence is ready to fall over. So I promised the wife I would fix that while she was staining the fence. And I was out there, I was wearing flip-flops, and I was just walking, moving a few things, actually moving my canoes out of the way. And there's one of those paver stones, like an edging stone that you would put around your garden. One of them is heaved up by a root, and I hit it. I stubbed my toe on this thing, and it's like I didn't think I hit it that hard, but it almost tripped me, of course. And I looked down, and I looked at my toe, and there's this big flap of skin, probably like the size of a quarter, 25-cent piece of skin flap hanging off on the bottom pad of my toe. And it was just hanging there, and I looked down and I go, oh, damn, that's going to hurt. So it didn't rip it right off, but it ripped it off. So like I say, it was a flap just hanging there. And I'm thinking, shit, right? So what do? And I called Cheryl, and I took the thing and I just stuck it back on itself, put some polysporin on it. Well, cleaned it up, put some polysporin on it, wrapped it up, and I'm just hoping that it's looking pretty good. It's starting to heal up some. So yeah, that's what I say too, Camel. Ouch. And so I've been nursing that for the last couple days. That happened on Saturday. Today's Tuesday, so it was 3 days ago. And I got my one little toe sock on. That's just keeping it. I'm just trying to keep it from unpeeling again. But it's showing color, so that means there must be circulation getting into it. But yeah, I don't know if I should have gone to the hospital, had that cut off or what. But me, I'm not one for doctors or hospitals, so I said just screw it. Just let it do what it's got to do, right? So, but I went and grabbed the crazy glue tonight, and I was going to crazy glue all the way around the seam of it just to try and keep it in place. But of course, what happens every time you go to get crazy glue and it's already been opened? You go to get it, and the damn thing's dried out, right? They never seal proper, and before you know it, you lose your crazy glue, right? So needless to say, I couldn't crazy glue my toe. I know it sounds funny, but they do that in hospitals now. They use surgical crazy glue, and they just, instead of stitches, they glue you back together. Yeah. Yeah, it never fails too, eh? Every time before you're getting ready to go on a trip, something like this happens. So I want to do a quick little survey out there. You guys let me know what you think. I've been working on using new thumbnails for my channel. Something that's not the similar look to every other one. If you take a look through my libraries, you see my old style versus the new style that I've had with my last 3 videos. Anybody got any advice or any comments on my new thumbnails versus my old ones? The old ones, are they any good, or like what's your take on that, guys? I'd really like to know so I could start producing better thumbnails. Yeah, Hunt Shack, that'll slow me up. You know what? I'm hoping by Sunday it'll be the tow will be a little better. From what I understand, there's only 2 portages anyways on this trip, 2 in and 2 out. So we'll see what happens. But I'm a trooper. I could put up with it. Like I say, I'll buy some crazy glue and I'll bring some extra with me, right? Shasta Valley Outdoorsman, how you doing? Hey, you're a new face in the house. Thanks for popping in. Much appreciated. If you haven't already done so, feel free to check out everybody's channels in here. We got some really good people here, and yeah. Shasta Valley says, can't help you there. My thumbnail game is weak. Yeah, you know what? That's I want to try and get thumbnails that are obviously exciting. I don't have the same clickbait as some of them channels out there where I could show off boobs or, you know, a tight bikini bottom or anything like that. You know, and those are the ones that you see take off in a heartbeat. So I got to rest on my laurels and my charm to try and persuade people to watch my videos, right? But I do know of the last 3 videos I posted, they have been my best video performances by far. The episode 1 of my Algonquin trip, the solo trip, is closing in on 1,000 views, which to me is really exciting. Because that's in I think it was 24 days. It has outperformed all my videos. If you look at the matrices in the beta studio there, as far as analytics are concerned, it's blowing all my videos right out of the water for views, and it really helps with the view time for sure. So that's really cool. The second one is now my 3rd highest viewed video. I'm talking of new generation stuff, not stuff that I posted back in 2013. But yeah, I've got a lot of good response to that, and I'm just wondering, is it the videos, the content, or is it the thumbnails that's attracting people? So that's what I'm trying to find out, really. Yeah, well, you know what, Jessica? Yeah, when you upload a video, usually it'll pick you 3 or 4 thumbnails based on highlighted scenes throughout your video. Being a graphic designer and owning a print shop, I like to try and create my own. So basically, I'll pull a frame from a video, something I think looks interesting now, and I'll use that to try to get a more creative thumbnail, and then I can put my own text and stuff on it too. So yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, you know what though? But if you look at it though, Jefferson, the thumbnail is what attracts you to the video in the first place, right? It's something that has to catch your eye. You're not just gonna click on a blue screen or a red box or something. It's usually they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. So that's what I'm trying to get, is that whole thing. Yeah, that was one thing I struggled with there, Dan, was trying to get the thumbnail or that text to stand out. I, I know I can make it stand out by putting like a bright color on there. I'm not a bright colored guy. I know I got the red, like my live stream is in red on my my thumbnails for that, but I'm just not one of them guys. I don't know. So I try to make it stand out with drop shadows and stroke lines, and I find it does make it stand out a little better. But yeah, it's you definitely got to get a contrast there for sure. Common Man's Fly Fishing. Yeah, you know what? My dad had a good time tonight, so thanks very much for entertaining him and getting to know him a little bit there. It's just so happy that my dad was able to celebrate his 73rd birthday with me here on this live stream for sure. It's a memory that's going to be recorded, and I can watch back on this at any time. So that's great. Shasta Valley Outdoors. I think I'd lose views in the bikini bottom. You got that right. Same here. Same here. Thanks, Camo. Those I had fun making them videos for sure. I've been canoeing now for 35 years. 55, no, so probably about 30s. I started when I was about 18 years old doing canoe trips with a friend of mine. Actually, it used to be a friend of my dad's. And so I've been doing it for quite a while, but I have never ever done a solo canoe trip, and it's something I've always wanted to do and never really have. Usually because my summers are limited to like maybe 2-3 canoe trips, and I got a buddy that likes to canoe with me on a regular basis. He's just recently retired, and so we always canoe together. But that was the first solo canoe trip I had ever done in my life, unless you count it not a solo because I had Molly with me. But it was so much fun. It's a lot of work solo tripping because all the work is basically you. You're responsible for the paddle, the portage, the packing, the paddling, the cooking food, bucking wood. Yeah, pretty much everything. Setting up the tarp, everything is on you. Fishing, cooking. It's a lot of work. But you know what? It makes the days fly by, and it was so much fun. I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, you know what, Jefferson? It's funny. You're another guy that's going to have the 1,000 subscribers or something there. I know you're pretty up there for a guy that's got no videos. But Jefferson says I lose viewers even if I put out a video at all. You know what, man? I don't think that would be the case. I don't think that'd be the case at all. It'd just be cool, man. Then I get to see what you look like. I get to see Jessica because she's got her picture on her thumbnail there, or on her logo, but don't get to see you. Oh, cool. Okay, there you go. So there's another collaboration. We had friends of Kay and Matt in here earlier, or Kay and Matt's in-laws. And now, so Shasta Valley Outdoors is Common Man Fly Fishing's brother. Cool. Very good. So you got your own channel. I'm definitely going to check you out here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to your channel right now, and I'm gonna hit a subscribe because I'd like to definitely check out some of your content. And look at that. Oh, so you like the there's another. You're another tree hanger, are you? I too. I see your one video there. You've got a hammock there, so I sleep in my hammock all the time when I go canoeing. I wouldn't have it any other way, man. I don't know if I could sleep on the ground again. Yeah, that's an idea, Dan. I could try a gradient effect. I've never been one for gradients, even in design for graphic design for my business and stuff. But yeah, you know what? I got to fool around with that a bit more. But what do you think? Do you think like that templated background like I've used previously, or with the new style where I actually have like an action shot? Which one do you think is a better fit? Never mind. Apparently, I'm behind. So it was like Shasta Valley Outdoorsman. Setting up all the different camera angles too. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, when you're out there, And that adds a whole new element to doing all this type of thing. You know, like I'm not used to going out there and going on a canoe trip, and you know, you're gonna go hang your food barrel, and you go, oh, this is gonna make a great shot. So now not only are you going to hang your food barrel, but you're gonna walk down there. You're gonna set the camera up so you can do a shot of you walking by the camera, carrying your gear, put it all down, go back at the camera, go set it up where you're gonna set up your food barrel, get your angles right. It's a lot of work, man. This YouTube stuff is a lot of work. No wonder some of us want to get monetized. President Saad, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in tonight. It's another new face in the house. It's always good to see some new faces. We're just I was just talking to everybody here about trying to figure out what type of thumbnails I should go with, the templated style that I used to use on my channel, or if I should go with more of the action type of shots. And I kind of like the actiony ones, but you still have to incorporate the logo in there somehow, and just to have an identity so it's branded right. I kayaked, just haven't made it there to the river on the channel yet. Yeah, you know, Shasta, I had the same thing there when I got back into YouTube. I used to have a channel years ago, back in 2013. If you go back through my video library, you'll see a couple videos from way back then, which were crap, but I still got them on there. But when I started back up, which was right around between Christmas and New Year's of 2018, it was one of those things where everybody thought I was a bushcrafter, because I went out and set up a day camp, and you know, I was always doing hiking and having a bonfire and having the coffee, and you know, the typical bushcrafter type of videos. And now it's that time of year when I get to show off my true passion, which is me being out in the canoe on a lake and doing some fishing, or out in my fishing boat and doing some fishing on Lake Erie or Lake Ontario. It's all good times. So these are the things that I really enjoy. The bushcrafting portion of it are the skills that I know from doing this type of thing up here, my canoeing, right? Yeah, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Sandy K, hey, good to see you. I've seen you a couple times today in a couple different streams. You like me are one who gets around a bit, eh? No, yeah, for sure. They're Shasta Valley. Yeah, I know the pain of the solo, but I also love them. They are hard to film, though. Well, you know, they are hard to film just because, like I say, you're all by your lonesome, but you get to control what shots you want to take. And if you don't want to film anymore, I know in my solo videos there, I had the one night where I just finished eating supper, and I probably still had 2 hours of daylight to go, and I just didn't feel like doing any more filming, right? So I said, you know what? Unless something big happens, like, you know, a loon comes walking up to me and sits on my shoulder or something like that, which wasn't going to happen, but I figured, you know what? I'm just going to chill tonight. If something happens, I'll pull the camera out. If not, I'll see you in the morning, right? And that was the opportunity I had. And I made that call. I just didn't feel like recording anymore, so. Everybody's saying hi to Sandy. Sandy's a popular girl tonight. That's good stuff. Yeah, Common Man, thanks for coming in, man. Much appreciated. Thanks for bringing your brother into the stream. That's awesome. Like I say, the support that we get here is a pretty cool thing. We got 11 people still in the house. I don't know if everybody smashed that thumbs up button, but if you haven't, please do. I was trying to get it up to 73 tonight, but I just don't have enough people in the stream to do that. But let's see if we can at least reach my goal of 32 thumbs up, which was my my record. Be nice to see that. That would be cool. Yeah, we all have that same passion, eh, Shasta? For sure. You know what? Anything in the outdoors. You know, I don't even watch TV anymore or anything like that. It's all YouTube, and most of the YouTube content I watch is all the outdoor stuff, and it's you know, 99.9% of the stuff I've already watched the same thing from another viewer or another viewer or another viewer. But I like everybody's different takes on it. I'll give you a case and example. I don't know if any of you out there follow a fellow by the name of Sean James, and he's got a channel. Well, he's got two channels. One's called Sean James, and the other one's called My Self Reliance. And this guy has from the ground up has built a log cabin, a kitchen, a sauna, all up in the in northern Ontario by Algonquin, and he's been, I guess you could say, vlogging his entire journey of this build and his quest for being self-reliant and living off the land and not being reliant on business or modern society, I guess you could say. But he's had a lot of the YouTubers that I follow, and he's just recently his newest one of his newest endeavors. He's building a longhouse. Um, Brought on, I guess, by the Sioux Indians. They used to live in these long houses and stuff like that. And he wants to build one of them on his property for guests that come out and things like that. Well, he's had some of my favorite YouTubers, Doug Linker from Doug Outside, or Doug Linker's his channel's name now. The Baird brothers, Ted and Jim Baird, both them guys run a show alone. And they're building this longhouse. But the neat thing about it is all the guys that he's got helping him build this thing, they're all documenting it too for their YouTube channels. So the neat thing is Sean will post his video, and then Jim Baird will post his, and then Doug Linker will post his, and they're all the same video of the same thing, but they're all from their own aspects and their camera angles and stuff like that, and their own narrative in there as well. So it's pretty cool to see the same thing from a bunch of different creators, and you can see each other they're all in the background. One guy standing in front of his camera talking, another guy standing there. So it's pretty cool. And another one too is Sean James. There, he was just on a big canoe trip up in Algonquin, and he run into another guy I follow there, Scott from Canoehound Adventures. And there again, on one video you can see he's talking here, and on the other guy's video you can see he's talking here. So it's back and forth. That's pretty cool. Hey Tyler, how you doing? Good to see you back in, man. Yeah, had to put your baby to bed, eh? That's cool. How old's your daughter, Tyler? She's a little sweetheart. Yeah, I was watching your video today of you up at the boathouse there, and you and the wife out with the daughter, and you're doing some fishing. That was pretty cool. But I'll tell you, I've never ever seen a paddle boat with a motor on it before. That's like a lazy man's paddle boat. Dan, you'd probably want to do that. Take a little motor and put it on yours, on your kayak. Oh, Dan, thanks again. Yeah, Dan's been posting links to my Teesprings account there tonight, as well as a couple of other things. But if you get the opportunity, guys, get on and check out. I'm not saying that you have to go on and purchase by all means, but go on and if you wouldn't mind having a look at some of the things I have posted on there, and let me know what you think of the clothing that I have set up on there with my logo and my slogan. I'm just trying to come up with some cool ideas, something that people might find intriguing, and I could go on there and I could set up a couple different things. But it's sometimes it's funny being a graphic designer. I could come up with a million ideas for a customer, but when it comes down to coming up with ideas for myself, forget it. It's one of those things where you get a mental block because it's for yourself. You try too hard, right? But if anybody has any cool ideas for any clothing you'd like to see on the line there, please do let me know. I'd be happy to try and set something up. I know I've been able to talk Tyler and Mason through a couple of little things, give it a little bit of suggestion as far as how to design stuff so that you get a better look. But like I say, always easier doing it for somebody else than it is for yourself. So it's like a shoemaker having holes in his shoes, right? He hasn't got time to fix his own. Yeah, I never thought of that. I guess maybe your state law would say that. I know in Ontario, anything under 9.9 horsepower does not have to have a registration or numbers on the side of the canoe or the vessel, whatever the vessel is. But what you do have to have here in Ontario is anybody that operates any type of motorized watercraft has to have a boater's license. So that's kind of their cash grab because you can do the test online and anybody could do it for you, right? But they don't know who's actually doing the test, with the exception of at the end they say, do you solemnly swear that you are the person who took this test? It's like, yeah, whatever, right? But mind you, I did it myself. I passed it with flying colors. It's all common sense. Just like my advice for channels, always seem to do my channel last. Yeah. You know what, Dan? It's you give a lot of good advice to people out there. And I was thinking that the other day. He gives all kinds of advice to other people. I wonder if he's actually following the advice himself. You're a do-good kind of guy. You're kind of like me. You're a do-gooder, and sometimes you put other people before your own, right? And you're more happy doing your own thing than or doing things for others than for yourself. So. Yeah, Camel, that's right. As long as they get their $50, and that's what it's all about, you know. There's a lot of things as far as licensing and anything. I know here in Ontario, just like say for instance, going for your motorcycle license, you can go and write your beginner's test to give yourself your M1, right, which is your beginners, and jump on a motorcycle and start driving, right? No experience necessary. Then they recommend you take a rider's course to pass your M2. Now this is Ontario law type of thing, right? Or in Ontario, Canada. So to me, I think they're putting the cart before the horse. I think what you should do, and motorcycles are no laughing stock. You have to make sure you're serious on these things because you can get killed on them like in a heartbeat. Why do they not make it so that you have to take the course to get your beginners? So that you get a little bit of experience on a motorcycle in a parking lot. Instead, they say, yeah, here's your beginners, go drive on the road, right? Not a smart call, my thing. A lot of people don't understand that the old steer left to turn right or steer right to turn left thing. You know, it's something that the brain just doesn't comprehend, but yet they're willing to put people on the roads right away. Do it the other way. Make them take the course, pass the course, then go on to your next and your next. So, yeah. There's my rant for the night. Hey, Simple Man Barbecue, you're back. Thanks for coming back again, man. Yeah, we're still here. We're just getting ready to wind it down. It's about, shortly after 10 o'clock. And probably start looking around here shortly for another live stream. I don't know if there's any other live streams going on, but I'm sure there are that we can go over and raid. I've got a boat. I've got a 16-foot Legend XTR, and it's got a 90 horse on it. The thing goes pretty good on the water, but not too often I go full throttle on that thing. I can get that thing up to about 42 miles an hour on the water, and when you're going that fast on the water, it seems like you're going faster. The water gets very hard at that speed for sure. I could tell you a story about that, Simple Man. I was just reading that one there. Docks don't scare you. Being on a boat in the middle of the water scares me. Does anybody out on here, does anybody know who Doug Linker is? And follow Doug Linker. He used to go by the name Doug Outside. Doug Outside. He's part of the group there with Sean James and Joe Robinette and those guys. Doug posted a video the other day, and I'll tell you honestly, it was probably one of the scariest videos I've ever seen on YouTube, and especially because it's a person that I follow, and knowing that he come he come to a very close to a tragic event. Him and a buddy went fishing out on Lake St. Clair in a little tin boat, and they were out quite a ways, and they were going out there trying to see if they can get some pike or muskie or whatever was going to bite. And they were out there and they were having a good day, and they were fishing and they were catching some pike and stuff like that. Things were going pretty darn good. Yeah, Jefferson says Doug seems like a good guy. He is. I've actually met the guy. But him and his buddy were out there, and I guess they were both onto a couple fish, and they're fighting the fish and weren't paying attention, and the waves were starting to get a little bigger. And one wave, a rogue wave, Doug said, broke over the back of the boat. And this is all documented. He's got video of it all. He wasn't going to post it, but he did. And one wave come over, and it half swamped the boat, thereby putting them lower. Next wave come, filled the boat right up. And before you know it, they were both in the water, very cold water at that. No life jackets on. And they were now in a struggle for life, right? And it was a good thing that there were other boaters in the area that happened to see the boat flip over, right? And were quick on the ball to get to the rescue. Like I think Doug said that they were there within a couple minutes, right? Time to reel in, get the motor started, and get over to their boat. And a couple of people were actually kind enough to tow him, like get them out of the water, towed him and his buddy to this island where they managed to get out, flipped the tin boat back over again, which had a small motor that was now submerged in water and not running. And then they continued to tow him back to the boat put in. So all in all, you never know, man. This was something, and I said it was probably one of the scariest videos I've ever seen, because Doug actually had one of his cameras running the whole time, and he wasn't aware of it because they were fishing, he was filming, and when all this happened, he didn't realize that the camera was still running. And it was scary because you could see them like flailing in the water, and you could see all the water in the boat, and you could see all their gear sinking and everything else. Check it out. Go give it a look. Doug wasn't going to post the video because he thought people would just say, oh, you guys are a bunch of dumbasses and stuff like that. And me, on the other hand, I kind of commended him for posting it, because essentially I told him, I said, consider yourself blessed. I said that, one, you had the opportunity to make it back to your family. And secondly, consider yourself being blessed that you can actually be here to produce this video and get the video out, right? So I told him, I said, consider yourself lucky, and that's a good thing, right? Should he have had a life jacket on? Yeah. How many of us have been in boats or canoes or kayaks or something like that and never had our we sit on our life jackets instead of wearing them? I'm guilty of it myself, right? Boat, canoe, whatever. So, yeah, lesson. Go check out Doug's video and watch it there, and leave him a good inspirational comment, because I'll tell you, I'm sure it scared the crap out of him. He probably had a few thoughts going through his mind, like, it's not supposed to end this way, and thank goodness it didn't. So anyways, Dennis Mason is working on putting daughter down, and he'll be live. That's good. So maybe we go over and show Mason some love there for his live. Camel Cowboy, pretty sure we're going to have all license take. Yeah. I'm good, Jessica. Just getting my drink on. Yeah. Simple Man Barbecue, here's to you. Isn't this one of the coolest cans you ever see? It's by Great Lakes Brewery, and it's called Octopus Wants to Fight IPA. And it's a good beer. It's only 6.2% alcohol, so yeah. I believe in Shasta. See what I mean? It scares the hell out of me. Yeah, I agree. That was scary. You know what? If I had a reason not to like the water, it would have been a couple. This July will be 2 years ago, where I broke 3 ribs in a boat tubing accident. I got thrown from a boat tube at about 35 miles an hour, skipped off the water a couple times, and shattered 3 ribs and dislocated 1. So yeah, but you know what? Last summer I was back on the tube again. Mind you, I held on a little tighter this time. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that on the dock for sure. Tune in, hit the like for John. Hey, Twin Cities is back. Thanks for coming in, man. How you doing? Twin Cities is another fellow there that I've just started following there recently. He's from, think he said the Minneapolis area, right? So, yeah, definitely check him out. He's got a pretty good channel going there. What's that? A more recent video? Yeah, Jefferson. Actually, it was Doug Outside, or not Doug Outside. Sorry, he goes by Doug Linker now. Doug Linker, and I think it was his last video he posted. Unless he took it down, I don't know, but definitely check it out, man. It's you're gonna watch it, and you're gonna feel nervous for the guy. Yeah, for sure. Yes, it is just like hitting cement there, Simple Man, for sure. It's funny because if you're when you were in earlier there, and we were talking to my dad about the one place that we go boat camping. It was up on that lake. We're Crown Land camping. We're like an hour and 20 minutes away from the nearest hospital, which was in North Bay, Ontario. And we're out there and we were just having a blast. My buddy was driving my boat and he did one of those crack the whips, and there were two of us on this nice big inner tube that I have. And when he cracked the whip, the young fellow I was on with, he, instead of leaning forward, like leaning into the turn, he leaned back, which caused the tube to catch. He fell off, and I got catapulted. My wife was spotting on the boat, thank goodness. And she said all she remembered seeing was me doing like a somersault in the air twice. She says she's seen hands, feet, and then I hit the water, bounced off, did another flip, and bounced again. And it was the two impacts that fractured my ribs, and I've never been in so much pain in my life. But, yeah. But yes, just like Camo says, I got back on that horse a year later and redid it. But the cool thing was I got into the hospital. My wife, all the way back to the boat launch. We had, 13 or 14 of us camping on that trip on this island. And they took me to the hospital. And hospital could do nothing for me but give me painkillers. And the doctor, she says to me, are you, like, where are you staying? We told her where we were on this island in the middle of a Crown Land campsite. She says, well, I guess your vacation's over. I said, no, I'm going back. And I spent the rest of the week up there sleeping in a chair, sitting up, people helping me get my food, putting my feet up. The only thing they couldn't do for me was go to the bathroom, which really hurt. But I was a trooper. I wasn't going to make everybody else go home because I had hurt myself, right? So. But that was scary. Dan says his kayak goes fast enough for sure, man. For sure. Yeah. Cheryl was a little upset there. She the hardest part was getting back into the boat there, Simple Man. They turned around, they come back to get me, and I had no breath. It knocked every bit of wind out of me. And I thought I was just out of breath, right? Until I got to the boat and I couldn't move anything on my right side. And when they pulled around, they tried to one arm me, pull me into the boat. Oh my God, I thought I was being ripped in half. Finally got in the boat. We went back to the camp. My two daughters, both of them are nurses, and they jumped on the boat to check me out. And my oldest daughter says, Dad, sit up. And I go, I am. And so I managed to stand up. And she goes, no, you got to go to the hospital. She says, there's something not right. I go, what? She says, you're shaped like an S. And it was like, it's because my side was all caved in, right? So first thing they thought about was maybe punctured lung or something. So we went in. When I got to the hospital, I was in like a minute. They went through triage. They said, okay, go over, wait in the waiting room. My wife wheeled me over in a lawn chair, got in the corner, and right away they come out and said, Mr. Rogers? And right away we were in. And from there, they took me right away because they had feared I punctured a lung, which I didn't, thank goodness. Twin Cities, I do all that stuff. I'm a graphic designer. I do logo design. You can check out my other channel. My other channel is great signs and graphics. Maybe I can get that posted on here or something, but definitely you could check me out. That's all stuff that can be done digitally, so love to talk to you if you're after something. Let's see here if I can post it. I don't know how to get this on here. Let's see here. Great signs and turn. I'm the king of one finger typers here, right, people? Command C. There we go. Here, I'll put it in the chat there, Twin Cities. You can check out my YouTube channel and check out my website if you like. But that's the YouTube channel for my business. If you wanted to have a look, if you're looking for some sort of logo, let me know. We can work together. I've done work for a few other people on YouTube there, so doing things like decals and stuff like that. If you're ever in the market for sticky decals that are vehicle grade quality, you can put them on water bottles, vehicles, boats, canoes, kayaks. I do all that stuff. So there you go. Dan posted it too. Thanks very much, Dan. Dan, you're like quick as a whip. Oh no, you're pain, brother. I used to play football, broke ribs in a couple times. Oh man, ribs are the worst, eh? I broke number 7, 8, and 9. And what was left in number 8 was actually dislocated too, and it still sticks out a bit. But it took me what? It took me about 8 weeks before I could actually sleep in my bed at home even. As younger I rode bareback horses and rodeos. I separated ribs. Never sweat so bad in my life. Doctor says it takes longer to heal than broken intense pain. Yeah, I've separated ribs before too, and it kind of sucks when you try to sneeze or breathe, or the grossest feeling about having them broken ribs. And Simple Man Barbecue, you might be able to attest to this. When I was breathing, I could feel the ribs crunch open and crunch close every single breath I was taking. It's the weirdest feeling, man. You can just feel everything. Yeah, nice. Yeah, please do. You know what? Like I say, I don't mind doing that stuff. Graphic design's in my blood, and I like doing that stuff. I've like I said, I've taken care of doing some decals for a few different people. The logo I got on my hat there, we do embroidery as well and silk screening. So we get all that stuff all taken care of. Mind you, in most cases, if you're looking for anything like embroidery and silk screening for shirts and hats, you're better off going local if you're out there, because shipping would just cost way too much. Mind you, our decals, I think we offer, what was that, 100 3-inch decals for $89, and they're done on a high quality vinyl that would be comparable to a vehicle graphic, and they're laminated, so they're dishwasher safe, they're color resistant, they're gonna last quite a while. So, and a few people in here could actually attest to that. I know Tyler Woods got a bunch because he won some in my giveaway there last month, and yeah, they're good quality stuff. Yeah, should never hurt to breathe, for sure. Should never hurt to breathe. Yeah, you know what? I would never want to put myself back in that situation again, or I wouldn't want to wish that on my worst enemy, for sure. Really, Dan? That's 30 years and you're still having trouble with it, eh? Oh, I guess I'm fortunate. I haven't. It probably took a good 6 to 8 months before I was like right back to what I think is normal with the broken ribs. But even still, from time to time, if I'm laying on the floor or something, and I can get uncomfortable on that side more than the other side, right? So I guess maybe there's still some effect going there, but it's nothing bad, nothing I can't live with or that's not manageable. The thing was, he said I would have to quit riding and that they would separate easier next time. When they healed, I thought rib belt and kept on riding. Whew. You're a brave soul, man. You're a brave soul. That was the funny thing, you know. I thought for sure with what I had done there that they would have given me some sort of a wrap or something like that. Or the doctor told me, she says, there's nothing we can do for you, right? She says you're just gonna have to ride it out type of thing. She gave me some really good painkillers. And that coupled with a beer put me to sleep each night, sitting up in a chair inside of our kitchen tent in the Canadian wilderness with bears around and mosquitoes. Yeah, I was on bear duty for the rest of the week. I'm just glad we were on an island and there were no bears in the neighborhood. But I'll tell you, the mosquitoes love me. Oh, for sure. I had to sleep sitting up in a chair. They helped put my feet up, covered me with blankets and stuff. And the blankets or the mosquitoes would just come underneath the sleeping bag from underneath and are biting the back of my legs. And that wasn't fun. It was not fun. Dan says Mason's ready. Awesome. So you know what, guys? We are at 20 after 10. Well past my 2-hour, I guess you can call it promise or limit. But let's all go on over to Mason's live stream over at McCartney Survival. I'm sure, Dan, if you wouldn't mind putting up the link there to Mason's live, and let's go over and do a Canoehound raid. Well, we got 10 people watching, so it's not going to be a huge raid, but let's go over, show him some love. He's got a great channel, likes to talk a lot about his bushcrafting experiences and things of that sort. So Mason's a really good stand-up dude, and he can deserve some support for sure. Yo, how's it going? Doll Boys Outdoors. Man, you're just coming in on the tail end of our live stream. We had a really good night tonight. My dad was in the house here, and we were celebrating his 73rd birthday, talking about some of our past canoe trips and a couple laughs, and just sharing a lot of love with all the people that are in the live stream here. So that's really cool stuff. Yeah, just a little late, doll. We started at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time as our regular Tuesday night stream time. So if you're available next Tuesday around 8 o'clock, right now it's 10:22 here, so you can gauge your clocks accordingly to your time zone. But yeah, so we're just getting ready to shoot on over to McCartney Survival. Herbert T Outdoors just posted the link there. We'll do a Canoehound raid. Jefferson, thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Good seeing you as always. Same with you, Jessica. Dan, that's awesome. Doll Boy Outdoors, thanks very much for coming in. Camo Cowboy, Simple Man's Barbecue. And all, if I missed anybody, I apologize, but it's nice to see everybody out. We've had a very good night, and I feel honored and blessed that you're all here to spend time with me. So with that, we'll be parting with with my closing statement, or at least my slogan, saying, everybody, this is Dennis from Canoehound Adventures, and remember, people, keep the adventures alive.